I think the American people have seen this president take decisive action from very early in the coronavirus pandemic. I mean, Laura, before there was a single case of community transmission, before the end of January, President Trump suspended all travel from China, stood up the White House coronavirus task force, and in the first few weeks of February, we actually began the process of developing a vaccine. And you just heard a week ago that we're already at a historic pace in phase 3 clinical trials of the first coronavirus vaccine for this country, could well be available for this fall. In the midst of all of that, we've taken testing from a standing start to nearly 60 million coronavirus tests performed. PPE is in great abundance, even across the areas of the country where we've seen rising cases, and working closely with governors, as the president and I have from the very beginning. Not only did we confront the dramatic rise in cases, the crisis that emerged in New York and New Jersey, Connecticut, then Detroit, New Orleans, but the good news, as the president said today, is we're already beginning to see across the Sun Belt not only a stabilization of cases, but cases are declining, emergency room visits are declining, and we're going to work closely with states all across the heartland. I think at the end of the day, the American people know this president has spared no expense. He's marshaled not only a whole of government response to the coronavirus pandemic, but a whole of America response. And it's all just evidence of the kind of leadership that President Trump has brought for this country over the last 3.5 years. And I'm ready to take the story of this pandemic, but also the story of the way this economy is already recovering on the foundation President Trump poured in the first 3 years. We've already put 7 million Americans back to work in the first 2 months of a recovery.
Yeah, I want to get to that in a second.
We're working to open up our schools.